Hello, beautiful people. Good afternoon from Dhaka, Bangladesh. This is Joy here. I'll be doing a special episode today. At least this episode is very special, very close to my heart because I'm going to feature one of my dream fragrances come true. I have quite a few fragrances like that. This is one of them. As you can see at the right, this is Tom Ford Tuscan Leather. So I recently got it from Perfume Bangladesh, and it's like a very special day. Okay, it's kind of like a breezy nice winter day without much chill, but nice little breeze going on, nice sunny day, the clear blue skies. So winter perhaps is starting in like a week time or so. So I think my neighboring countries, India and Pakistan, already seeing winters, but let's focus on this episode. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to review Tuscan Leather from my bottle, and then I'll compare it with a little bit of the other alternatives. I'll just have a discussion, not sort of comparison or pick a winner, but I'll let you know why this fragrance has been so special. Okay, it might run very long time, and I would actually want to make a big video out of it. Okay, okay, let's start. So since I started my journey in 2015, I saw a lot of fragrances were very popular, namely Dior Homme Intense, Aventus, this one right here, Tuscan Leather, Tobacco Veni, um, fragrances back in the time like Acqua di Gio Profumo, you name it, like that was the time, 2015, 16, peak of everything, like Jeremy, Mark, Steven, Carlos, Sebastian, all these great reviewers, like they are like Max Forte, they are like making this community really like happening, and it's still happening. But I just feel that time was like release of a lot of great phrases, La Nuit de l'Homme, Invictus, that time were being hyped. So I started watching Mark basically, and then Chad, my good friend. So these guys always spoken so highly of Tuscan Leather, and this was a godlike fragrance, the community. It was my dream fragrance. Okay, but I never ended up buying it. I did buy a lot of other niche fragrances, but I never ended up buying this one for some reason. I guess it was a bit too pricey for my liking. Okay, and I did go through a lot of these alternatives, and I did review, which I don't have here. Okay, I did review, I think, fragrances like Duetto Golden Boy, that one is an alternative. Bengaluru by Montal, I think, perhaps, no, I didn't review anymore, but there are alternatives like Al Haramain Leather Oud. Then I think there's a one from Mac, which is discontinued. Acqua di Parma got a leather. Clive Christian, Amarud, Nishane. So these houses also have alternative to this one. So basically, this is a very popular DNA. Leather-based fragrance. This is actually like a legend. Okay, and I was always intrigued by leather when I started off my journey. Everybody likes different things. I used to be big fan of fresh perfumes like aquatics were my go-to thing. Like anything fresh, I would buy it. Versace Porom, Versace Manu Fresh, Nautica Voyage. I would buy them over anything else when I started off my journey because I love fresh perfumes. I live in a hot and humid climates. Okay, but somehow this Tuscan Leather, the name, really intrigued me. Tuscan Leather, and I saw like how like the reviewers describe it as a posh leather with a raspberry, and then they have notes like thyme, so they have amber, jasmine, suede leather, real leather, woody notes. So all these things really intrigued me. So this was released in Tom Ford. They released this private blend in 2007. I think you guys all know that. And then this one came out at first in 50 ml bottle size only, and then 250 big bottle. They did not have a 100 ml option. Now they do. The prices were always so expensive. Like this 50 ml is more pricey than most of these fragrances here. Okay, just let you know. This one would cost you, if you pay retail, $250. Okay, for 50 ml. Bangladesh, when I saw it first, I think it was Sterling Enterprise. I saw it there first. They had 100 ml. It was going for $350. I was not gonna do it because it was too pricey for my liking. I did buy Aventus and some others, but never ended up buying this. I bought Black Orchid, I bought Storytime, sorry, and then I bought like Noir Extreme, Grey Vetiver, but never bought this. So finally I have it thanks to Perfume Bangladesh. They have test driven it. So I got a little bit cheaper, but it's still not cheap. It's very expensive for, if you consider this 100 ml conversion, it's very expensive still. So Tuscan Leather. These bottles, I don't have the box, but these bottles are iconic. As I showed you a few days back, Tobacco Veni. At the back it will say, demonstration not for resale. Up there, Tom Ford, the typical golden plate. Okay, and the bottle is really lovely. The big bottle looks really nice too. So these caps are never, I would say, snug fit. They're very loose and they don't click onto place. Golden atomizer, they're very iconic bottles, to be honest. Okay, there you go, 50 ml. So I'm wearing this as a scent of the afternoon, and I said it many times. Okay, like this perfume would be a dream come true in my journey, and finally today is the day. Okay, it's as big as me reaching 2,000 videos or reaching 14 million views or like 50,000 subscribers, whatever you name it. This is as big. So why is this so special? Uh, the thing is, I was so like the infatuation was so much, I was so obsessed with this perfume. I ended up buying so many clones. I tried. First one I think I tried was Layu Kampuram, but we'll talk about it second. Let me show you the cheapest alternative possible, which is on the best alternatives. Okay, then we'll come to Tuscan Leather. This is Nabil Arab Tradition. You guys have seen it. If you're in the game for some time, still have some juice left. This is the older style bottle. Very nice presentation. Comes in a pouch and all that. Really, really lovely. I think I bought it for about 20, under $30. I think, yeah, not more than that. Now these bottles are discontinued. You get the new bottles. I'm not sure how's the new batches, but this fragrance is so fruity, so lovely, and surprisingly for the price, this is very long lasting. And this perfume lasted me like easily 7-8 hours. Okay, so Arab Tradition, it has that more fruitiness, the mild differences here and there. Okay, Arab Tradition, it's a little bit like more on the fruity side. The nice little suede, but I don't really get that animalic leather in this. This is very fruity. These are all more or less unisex, except couple. But Arab Tradition was my very favorite. I still love this perfume. Okay, so this was my second taste of Tuscan Leather. First one would be Layu Kwampuram. This fragrance, another legend. Okay, let me tell you, before Tuscan Leather, this one caught my eye because like Club Dino Intense Man and Layu Kwampuram, these two perfumes I saw are more hyped. I came to community, I started reviewing, I started hyping Shura, Tobacco Blaze, all these perfumes. But before that, this was the legend. Still is. This is 75 ml bottle, and this is also expensive. I think 75 ml cost in Bangladesh about, previously it used to be like 85, 95 bucks or $100, but now it's come down to like 75, $85. Okay, so still not cheap. It would be actually $100 if you talk about 100 ml conversion. Really nice leaf here, and this is on steroids. Okay, this is the ultra beast mode of Tuscan Leather. The loudness of this perfume, people can detect. I told you a few days back, people can detect it from good 40 feet away. Okay, and this is a cold weather gem. This perfume performs. Okay, got the raspberry, and the leather is very animalic, and it has a smoky vibe to it. So this is like wild beast. Okay, nothing polished about it, and it has a nice little wooden cap. I forgot to show you. These things make this perfume very special. Okay, so if you really want one of the best performer versions of Tuscan Leather, you should opt for it, but you're not gonna get the sophisticated posh leather from this. You're gonna get that wild beast. Okay, what I mean by that, it's gonna smell a little bit like a raw. Okay, not really polished at the edge, but one of the best fragrance in the game. Next, I think I bought this one, Godolphin. Let's talk about Godolphin. Godolphin from Parfum de Marly. This one met my craving for Tom Ford for a very long time. I have this, is 120 ml. Nobody buys this, I tell you. Nobody ever buys this in Bangladesh. The golden bottle looks lovely. Okay, this bottle looks amazing. Got this beautiful cap, heavy cap of Parfum de Marly. Really nice atomizers. This perfume, it's so lovely. I think I call this the best alternative to Tuscan Leather by Tom Ford, even despite reviewing so many other ones. This truly is a gem. This is like best of both worlds. It's smooth, it's long lasting, it smells a lot like Tuscan Leather, but not again that animalic. Okay, so this is very polished, niche. It's a clone. I'll call it a clone, but for the price what you get, I think this one I bought it for $150 under. Okay, so that's 120 ml. The Tuscan Leather, as I told you, $350 to $400 for 100 ml. So you can see the difference. It's like less than half the price. So Godolphin really like served me well. It's really long lasting. It's really beautiful. The leather in this is suede leather. Amazing fragrance, amazing compliment garner. But the fragrance again is good for cold weather. So all these perfumes, winter fragrances. Okay, so this I always rate it very highly. Then I think recently they released Ombre Leather. Ombre Leather, I think part of their perhaps was private blend. I'm not sure, could be wrong, but they relaunched it, or they made a designer version of Tuscan Leather, or more light version like Tuscan Leather on diet. Many people love this. This one I reviewed with the bottle. I think, is there a picture in the, yeah? No, there is no. I just have the sample there. Okay, so Ombre Leather, I feel like I have mixed feelings about it. It's nice, but it's something missing about it. everybody is like, this is more wearable version of Tuscan leather. This is the one they love. I think currently this gets as much love as Tuscan leather. People say this is bit too much for them. This is the way to go. This more designer version of Tuscan leather, and cheaper, 150 bucks for this one, okay, for 100 ml. So I think it's not a bad thing. I like it, but it's missing the beautiful raspberry, like very sparkly champagne like raspberry. It's missing that one. So if you like a little bit like less sugary version of Tuscan leather, ombre leather. So I did Golden Boy. I liked it a lot. That was very good. Then I think I wanted to buy Al Haramain leather wood. I wanted that. I went every single weekend. You know, there's a place called Jamuna Future Park in Bangladesh. Those in Bangladesh, they would know. There's Al Haramain store. That was the one store I always went. You know, I always tried it for 4 years. Always was so close to buying it. Never ended up buying it. I don't know why. Then the prices went up. I never bought it. So that one is gonna look something like this. If I find it or review it, that is very nice. That is very good clone of Tuscan leather with good performance, but the prices are going to be a bit expensive. So now coming to the major player, Tuscan leather. Why is this special? Is this special today? Do I feel the same way after going through thousands of fragrances? Tuscan leather, you cannot put a price tag on your sentiments. You know what's special? Let's say when you're growing up, you watch this one film. Okay, my film was Terminator 2. Then I watched Terminator 1, but nothing could beat that movie for me. Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then Terminator 2. These two are my big movies. When I grew up, I watched a lot of other films, but those childhood memories of action, like guns, and then the aliens, or the robots, futuristic sci-fi films of, like war and all that. As a dude, we used to love that, and those remain. Like, I know there are a lot of films out, a lot of modern day warfare films are out, but nothing could beat those films. Okay, so those who grew up in that era, they can connect. Same thing with Tuscan leather. No matter how many, maybe there's an intense version is out, I'm not sure, but this fragrance, nothing will beat this fragrance for me. Okay, this Aventus, they're iconic fragrances. I love this so much because of, I'll tell you now what's special about this one. I'm wearing this in my right hand. Let me sniff it. Okay, the depth of this perfume is tremendous. Its lasting power, if you see Fragrantica, people will tell you this is eternal lasting, and despite going through the reformulations, this still is a very good performer. Cold weather time, if you wear this, ladies can wear it, men can wear it, but the one fact this makes this fragrance beat love it or hate it, or rather I would say polarizing, is that leather. Okay, the combination of suede and leather, this is kind of like animalic leather. Think of like a jacket, like made for authentic leather, and then something like it's kind of like a wild thing. Okay, this is what I call this wild thing. Is very classy, very up class, but at times people might feel this is so strong. This and Tobacco Vini, these two are really polarizing for me. Like many people love it, many people hate it. I love it so much because of the years I took, to build the love. Like the graph was like this. And every time I went for one alternative, my love for Tuscan leather went that much high. Okay, so this is why this is special. Okay, I'm not saying you're gonna love it as much as I do. Perhaps you like something else. You like YSLY, Dylan Blue. You might like Parfum de Marly, Ojan. Okay, you can like different things. To me, Tuscan leather is a god still today. It's a perfection 10 out of 10. The raspberry, it's lovely. The thyme, the greenness of it, bit herbal, and then the leathery vibe and that amber makes this perfume just something else. It just took that to the next level. I've tried many Tom Ford fragrances. Trust me, not everything was 10 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10. Okay, if you ever can, if you go by Tom Ford counter, give it a sniff. Okay, this is beautiful. But do you need this if you have any of the other ones? If you're not enthusiastic person like me, like you don't have that blind love for this, you can easily forget about it because this is expensive. You can get Godolphin, you can get La Yuquam, Arab Tradition, Ombre Leather. They will give you the same satisfaction, but end of the day you will see the subtle differences here and there when the dry down hits you. Okay, this is why Tuscan leather is Tom Ford's crown jewel. Okay, and he's very proud of this perfume line, and I can definitely tell you this is a godlike perfume. Thumbs up, 10 out of 10 for Tuscan leather. Hope you enjoyed the talk, and I hope I didn't miss anything else. If I review the Al Haramain leather oud, actually I'll be very happy. But now my satisfaction for this perfume today is the day. like Dexter Morgan would say, tonight is the night. Okay, I'm gonna be enjoying this throughout the whole winter. Thanks for watching, and thanks for always being with me. Thanks for showing me the love and patience. I love you guys. You are the best. I'll see you soon. Have a nice day. Bye bye.